Blue sky and chirping birds. That's the sight I get to see every day outside our house. Hello and welcome to Roochis town. Now, I want to take you along on a walk towards our house. Come with me. Do we live in the countryside? Do you think so? Well, not really. We are very much in the city, just like 10 minutes away from our office or to the nearest supermarket. Yes, this is Rhode Island. We get to live in the city and also live by the woods. So we have a lot of animals coming here, and this is the time when it's the beginning of spring after cold winter. Before the trees and shrubs begin to grow, we have around weeks to 10 days time where the weather is warmer and we will be able to walk through the woods. So we took a small hike and I wanted to take you along with me to show you what exactly we did there. So these are some of the animals and birds that we see. So those are turkeys. The first ever time I saw a turkey when I moved into this house, I thought it was a peahen because they didn't have feathers. I thought it was a peahen, but apparently it turned out to be turkeys, and we have a lot of turkeys that come around this season. So it's a beautiful sight to see these. But every time we see these turkeys, we come out and make sure we spend some time there looking around. And now, can you guess this animal? This is not a squirrel nor a rat, it's a beaver. And this one, these are wild rabbits. They come here after hibernation during the spring. We see very few of them. They don't come in like groups or anything. Either two or three rabbits come out every time. And the squirrels here, if we see, they're so big. They look like the squirrels in India, but they're very, very big. And now this is right in front of the house. Look at that majestic animal. They are white-tailed deers basically. The small one is running away. So we have a lot of them too. So they come here once in a while in groups. And on this particular day, they were actually having a fight. These deers, for the first time I was seeing, they had very big horns. And usually when a person is coming nearby, the deers actually run away. But this kind of the deer, it did not fear at all. It knew that I was standing there. It turned and saw me too, but it did not fear at all. Probably they were so mad at each other, they did not care about anyone else. And when they walk, it feels like a person walking. When the leaves are not raked, if you hear that, it feels like a person actually walking. So apart from this, we have snakes, coyotes, and foxes. And in some places, there are bears too in Rhode Island. But I have never seen, or we don't have any bears near our vicinity. So this is taken during the winter. So that's our animal story. Now let's go out for a hike. So we are walking away from our house towards the wood. And this was the first time I actually walked. We have lived here for many years, but then um, others have walked here. Whoever visits our house take a hike and all, but I have never gone there. And this was the first time. I mean, during the lockdown, I felt so suffocated at home and we were doing some work in the backyard. Suddenly, I thought I want to go and see the water falls that is there. And we decided, okay, let's go on. And it was the perfect timing also. The weather was good. And this was during that window between winter and spring.
Water.
People who live nearby actually take a hike once in a while. In one of the videos, I had shown someone driving ATV in these woods. So if we don't keep a track of where we are walking, we would get lost. So while walking, we kept some wood in a different direction so that we knew where we had to take a left or a right to come back home.
Can hear you what?
They might be afraid of us. So they might be afraid of us. So this is a tree that must have fallen like 10 years ago. So it was all decomposed. It has become compost. So it is there. We follow the tree.
Hey, where's the house?
So after a short hike, we were able to see the water. It felt so good during lockdown, coming to a place like it was a hill, as if it was a hill station, and we looking at the water. It was totally worth it, but then the water was too deep down there, and I was not really sure if we could walk or if we had a safe path. But then we found a path and we walked down. And when we went there, when we saw the water rushing down, it felt too good. The sound of it was so soothing. Watch out, Nana.
I don't like that.
One moment. Stand.
No.
Okay, careful. There is a rock here. Might be slippery.
Oh wait, this is off right there. Be careful.
I kept the original soundtrack because when there is something natural like this, we don't need a music track going on in the background, right?
Wait, you want me to walk over there? Yeah. See?
When we went close to the water, we
Yeah.
saw one tree had fallen down, and through that we were
Not
able to
strong.
cross and go to the other side.
Not a bridge made.
It was totally an
someone is falling
adventure.
down. The tree
We
has fallen
just
down.
went with the flow and did that. It was not really safe, so we were checking if it was okay to cross through that and if the tree was strong enough.
What is it?
You can use it as a.
Oh. Yeah, okay. It's like in all the stories people will know this.
Okay. Wait.
Not too bad.
Can you do that? Yeah, come back. Come inside. Yeah, yes.
For me, this was totally an adventure because I was locked up in the house for such a long time. I was feeling so bottled up and I wanted to try out something new. Look at that positive thing that happened during the lockdown. Isn't that great? Anyway, it was not so risky also because even if we slip down, I mean, this is not too far or too deep. That much we know.
Very good.
So we finally made through and the little one crossed. And now that was my turn. So that's how it was from here. When we saw, the view was beautiful. It was spectacular, and we live in the walkable distance from this place. And I had not visited this place or seen this place in the past.
And then show it to me, I'll show you.
Well, that's how it is. Anyways, again we had to cross and go. I took a shorter route around and across this place. And while coming back, we climbed up the small hill, the first place where I showed right from the top. Through that place only we climbed up. When we went from down up the hill, it was much easier, is what I felt. I stood near the water and I was looking at it. It felt so peaceful, happy, and refreshed. When we climbed up the hill, we even saw a cave. Probably it's a shelter for all the animals. So that was the forest tour where we live. You would have seen kitchen tour, house tour, and all, but isn't this new, totally new? Our forest tour. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Ruchi's Town. Thank you.